I'm
just gonna have to hope that
starting the timer. It's gonna sit on my desk and make a large vibrating noise.
Ooh,
yummy.
fantastic. Great sounds.
Good sounds.
What if the cold open was just me eating one of these rice balls?
Please don't. Please don't.
Okay. I want you to do it because I want you to be able to hear
I do want to hear it.
what it sounds like, even if we cut it out.
I can at least take one bite. The packaging is also pretty loud. Can I get the smallest one? Because one of these is really big. Oh. Yeah, they're Mamra Ladu. They're an Indian thing. Ow! It hurts.
Oh my god. They're so loud.
They're so loud.
I told Rourke when we were hanging out the other day, I was like, if you told me straight up that you were eating an apple, I would believe you.
It is really that loud.
Well, now I
It
wanna
is
finish
that
it.
crisp sounding. It's total audio hell, but it's so funny.
The thing is, I know for a fact Discord is sound muting like half of what your crunch sounds are. So I'm only getting a fraction of it, and it's still bad. I can't imagine what the recording sounds like.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, ow.
They seem sort of like a mouth killer.
Yeah. I also woke up this morning and my jaw was hurting. And I can't bite them. I just bit it with my front teeth and it really hurt.
Ooh, no.
That's not what teeth are for.
No. Yeah, I have to like gnaw into them with like my molars and my canines.
Rip and tear, rip and
Attack,
tear,
bite,
rip and
kill.
tear.
Every time I have to eat food like that, I feel like a literal animal, like a beast.
Okay, I finished the funny snack.
Did you enjoy your funny snack?
It is good. It tastes like honeycomb cereal.
Oh, that sounds really good.
It's just because it's just puffed rice and jaggery. So it's just like sweet puffed rice.
Sounds like it fucks.
It's good. It's just very hard.
It sounds like the world's most violent rice cake.
Yeah, it's like a hard mode Rice Krispie.
Yeah. Really stale Rice Krispie.
For me, it feels like it has like popcorn ball vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what it is, but it's just puffed rice instead.
Similarly unwieldy to eat like a popcorn ball. I love popcorn balls.
I've never had one.
You know, they're fun to just make and have.
Aren't they like buttery and marshmallow?
Yeah, I mean it's basically a popcorn Rice Krispie treat.
Yeah, they do sound good.
Yeah, a lot of recipes that I found use like corn syrup, but I'm like, no, I don't want to do that.
I don't want to have to buy a bottle of corn syrup that I will use once every 7 years.
It gets evil. It gets evil the longer it sits.
Yeah, I remember, I don't remember what the fuck I had to use corn syrup for. Maybe I was trying to make like candied nuts or something. And it was just not participating. It was not having fun at the gig. And so I was like, okay, I guess I'm gonna do something else.
I bought maybe the two funniest snacks from the Indian market. I bought those that are hard as fuck, and then I also bought almond and pistachio cookies, which are soft and very pleasant. I'm gonna eat them.
A nice variety. Okay.
You really got some snacks that taste.
You got some... Yeah.
The cookies are really good.
Oh my gosh, I don't have any snack food in my house. You're making me hungry.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, they're more like biscuits than cookies. Welcome to my food review channel.
Sorry, when you said food review channel, I immediately had like a vision of you like putting your hand behind the cookie, like how a makeup YouTuber, yeah, to like show off the product.
To make it focus.
Yeah.
Yeah. There is absolutely people that just do audio-only food reviews, 100%.
Oh, there absolutely are. There are many people on the internet.
Sorry for the Hell Cold Open.
I think it's thematically appropriate.
I think it's the matter.
It is!
Yeah! We're
in the dungeon.
Food review.
That means you have to keep it. Sorry, everybody. You can just skip the cold open.
Which you say at the end of the cold open.
Yeah. You have editing. You have program. You have cut and splice and paste.
Yeah, I'll chop, screw, whatever the fuck Parappa the Rappa says.
Chop and screw me. No, wait. Sorry. This is the second fucking time I've said some shit that's like, wait.
I don't think that's what you meant. I don't think that's what you meant to say.
Please don't do this to me.
I think...
I'm fighting for my life.
Hello, and welcome to Wikiboys, the podcast where three friends talk about fandom wiki pages. I am your host today, Alex, and I use he, him pronouns. And they pronouns? I'm still getting used to them.
My name is Aster, and I use she and they pronouns.
Sorry. I wasn't expecting you to start, so I started laughing.
It adds to the ambiance.
I was gonna be like, oh, the interest in the pinned if you need it. And then you just started doing it, and I had to eat my words, and I started losing my mind. I'm recognizing them pronouns.
You sure do.
I do it.
You do it. And today, we are talking about Dungeon Meshi, or Delicious in Dungeon.
That Meshi!
Depending on who you are.
Yeah. To me, it's Dungeon Meshi.
It's Dungeon Meshi.
No one that I've ever talked to calls it Delicious in Dungeon.
The only people who call it that are the people who do the localization and this wiki.
Yeah.
That's literally it.
And
Done Mesh.
Seven Seas? Does Seven Seas do it?
I don't remember who does the localization. Yen Press. Oh. It's on the bottom of the wiki.
Yeah. Oh, right. You physically own it, I would hope so.
I'm in a different room
Also, I love
them.
that the little animated trailer is in the featured media.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about it.
I'm gonna watch it right now.
Oh, I didn't know they were Studio Trigger did the promotional ads.
What?
Glimpse into a brighter timeline.
Oh, imagine if Trigger did Dun Meshi anime.
Wow.
I want it so bad,
Lasius
dude.
would be beef.
Yes. God, I want it so bad.
Lasius would look so good.
Dungeon Meshi, my beloved.
Yeah, so where do you guys want to start? So I guess something to note before listening to this episode is that we are all current on the manga, so we will talk.
Yeah, we all have the exact same mileage.
Mileage, so we'll all talk all spoilers because we're insane people.
At least I hope I'm current on the manga.
Last I checked. So I guess
I'm kind of bad at keeping up with it.
I'm the holder of manga updates in our friend group.
Yeah. And I'm the holder of no brain.
I think you read the update. It comes out monthly, which means I don't remember.
I don't remember if I read it or not.
I kind of just link and hope at this point.
Yeah. You should add you should make a cringe ass update image like how that old Homestuck updater did. Because when I just see a blank link, I'm like, yeah. But if I see a big picture that says "Look at me," I'm like, oh yeah.
Right.
Send a picture of one of them dead from the older chapters every time it updates.
Right. Yeah. Make a.
Send Laos getting excited to milk a minotaur.
Make an update bot that just pulls from the total party wipe.
Yeah.
I had honestly, I don't want to say that I forgot about Laius getting excited to milk a minotaur, but it was not at the forefront of my brain.
Okay.
And now it's at the forefront of my brain.
We need to all.
Yeah.
How do you all say his name? Because Aster just said Laius, and I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
I guess that's how I say it.
I guess
How I say it is
Lias.
Laos.
I used to say oh my gosh. No, I don't remember how I say it now. I just say now.
To me, it's Laos.
Lasius.
Well,
Lasius is how I said it,
okay.
because like
What?
the vowel, the way those vowels end up getting translated just gets scrambled depending on what translation you're reading.
Yeah. I think there's... I'm trying to type out what they've been. I can only remember this one, Laius. I think, is that the current one? Or is it...
So that's the one.
I think that's
was
the
it ever
one.
Laos, or was there an I in there?
There's also an I in there, and that's what the Yen Press translation uses.
Okay.
The like gold standard fan translation uses Laius.
Yeah. Where's the I in it then? Is it this? Laios in the official? You have the books. Did you buy Dunmeshi?
Yes, I did buy Dunmunchie. I think I have up to volume 6.
Also,
Open it, keep it on your table while we're recording.
It's in another room.
Oh, you go get it right now.
Okay. I'm gonna walk away, and you get
Bye.
to hear all of the noises of me walking because I'm wearing heels today
Yep.
for some reason.
in your house?
Rook, the wiki uses the official names.
Yeah, and it's funny when he has a book.
Okay, that's fine. No, it's so fucking tumultuous because it's like fantasy names that have to get scrungled through translation. It's the same fucking issue with Witch Hat Atelier. Not to like talk about another manga, but like
Yeah, we can do that one
my
someday.
God. So when you're like, oh, how do you say his name? I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Do we want to Witch Hat Sojourn and see how we all say Mr. Gameboy's name?
Who?
Hi, did you hear that?
Yes.
All right, do we want to take a sojourn away from Dunmeshi immediately and all say his name?
I only heard the end of that. I only heard Gay Boy.
Let's all say his
Atelier.
name. Let's all say his
Oh.
name. Because we were talking about the way translating fake fantasy names is impossible. So I say Kifri.
I think I also say Kifri. I did not at first. I think I said Kifri or something. I don't know how he sounded in my head, but I think you guys were like, I think it's pronounced Kifri, and I'm like, okay, that's fucked up.
Yeah, so you
did
had
we
it.
bring out the katakana?
You had it right because the katakana spells it Kifri, like with the character
Oh.
Ki. With
Oh
this
yeah,
character.
because we were like, oh, like Kiefer?
Yeah, like Kefir.
Kefir, what the fuck? Is that how it's pronounced?
I don't know.
I thought it was Kiefer.
I don't know how anything's pronounced.
I don't know. It's Kifri to me, but that's probably because I regularly say Quebec.
Yeah, because you're.
Because some people spell it Quifrey, or sometimes just like... No, like that.
This fucking this episode is a mess already.
It is already a disaster. Have fun finding the good shit in this.
I don't know. This episode will probably be really disjointed because, like, we all just like Dunmeshi.
Right, like,
I'm certain Aster will have a 20-minute D&D segment.
do you want to have your 20-minute D&D segment right now? Because
No, we should poke around.
Okay,
so.
we should poke around.
I'm not.
I don't know.
this,
Where should we start?
I
want to talk
feel
about
like we
Laos.
should. I feel like we should talk about like the base party at the very least.
Yeah.
I don't know who to start
Stuck
with.
with our good friend.
Laos is the man, the guy. He's also the first one on the drop down.
Yeah.
It goes
Let's-
Laos, Phelan, Marcial, Cholchak, Zenchi.
Sanji.
Yeah, and Lias he's the guy.
He's the fucking dude. He is.
He's
He's very classic, just a dude
Oh, he's
fantasy
26.
protagonist.
yeah.
He's very, like, baby's first D&D character.
Right, he's
human knight.
He's very human fighter.
Yeah.
Which
honestly, not to like immediately go on the D&D sojourn.
No, do it. It's a D&D manga, basically.
Yes. Like, I love so much how much the base party is just babies first.
Yeah, it's cute.
Like, there's not really any, like, quote-unquote weird races, at least at the beginning of the party.
Yeah, and then they all meet the weird race party.
Of, like, more basically the more advanced players who are like, I'm gonna play with,
The
you know,
kobolds.
yeah, the
Right,
kobolds
or
and
whatever.
the ogres
The-
in
Yeah.
party.
You know,
I
shit
was
like
gonna
that.
immediately just say the Oni because that's just what they
Yeah.
are.
Yeah.
They are just Oni.
But yeah, I mean, you have like the elf wizard, the halfling rogue, the dwarf. You know, it's like,
dwarf.
it's very...
Essentially, even like statted up to be any kind of class.
I don't think he's anything. Well, it says on the wiki it says his occupation is warrior, but
He's the chef.
He's the
he's
chef.
the chef. He's the dwarf. I love him.
But yeah, so like Lias is absolutely like, he's so just a guy aspected.
Yeah.
Which makes him such a good protagonist because he's also a
he's-
fucking freak.
He's a freak. I love him.
He's a freak.
Like
My beloved monsterologist monster fucker.
when even just like flipping through the manga when you told me to go grab it, I immediately
Yeah.
landed on the "oh, these are such beautiful bones" page.
God.
It's like, oh, you're insane.
Also, yeah, pre-warning, we all want to grab and shake him, so it'll be one of
Yeah.
those episodes.
I want to hold him like a me and then shake him until he gets dizzy.
Yeah, he very much is like, grab him by the scruff. He's
You.
yeah. I'm looking at his personality section.
Yeah.
He is a very calm and gentle person, but gets very excited when he talks about monsters, which bothers most of the people around him, which is very funny. But like, it really doesn't convey, like, you might be like, well, but Wikiboys, you're projecting.
No.
He's
No.
horny about monsters.
Well,
Horny.
I don't know if I'd say he actually is, but he's just very... I'll say it's easy to make him horny.
I don't know that it's like, I don't think he doesn't necessarily want to fuck the monsters.
He's definitely the type where he would be like, it would be great to dissect you if he was like slightly less hinged.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, I would love to dissect you. It's like, no, because there was that one point where, what's her name? Is it Sumi?
Yeah.
Yeah.
The cat,
Itsuzumi.
yeah, the cat girl. She's like mixed with a cat magically. They go to like a hot spring or whatever, so she has like her shirt off, and they have to like separate Laos from her because he was immediately like, I want to count how many nipples you have. It's like, you?
Yeah, I feel like it's like, the text of it doesn't ever explicitly veer into horny.
Yeah, he's
but
not
it's-
like a canon teratophile, but
But it's almost like his excitement is bordering on sexual.
sometimes, yeah.
Yeah.
It's like, sometimes I'm like, where am I? Like with the nipple one, I was like,
Yeah. Or
hey,
like,
bud, that's like a human person. Well, not a human. That's like a living person.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not just like, oh, wow, cool monster. It's like, hello, friend who's been traveling with us for a while. Can I look at your nippies? Back up, buddy. Back up.
No, the fuck you can't.
No.
Or like, I don't know, getting excited about getting to milk a minotaur is like,
That's quite humanoid.
that's pretty
Yeah.
humanoid. Sorry, I just looked back at his personality and I somehow
Yeah.
did not notice the third, I'm putting quotes around this, paragraph. He is smart.
He is smart.
No period.
No period.
No period.
I like how
He is
every
smart.
other paragraph has citation needed at the end of it. He
Yeah.
is smart. Verified.
I think my
Verified.
favorite thing is relatives, unnamed father and mother, citation needed.
There's a lot of citations needed on this wiki, and I think
We
that's
don't need
okay.
to assume. Maybe he had two moms. You'll never know.
We'll never know.
Yeah.
I actually don't know if we ever see his parents.
They're mentioned off page. Like, I think the dad shows up at one point. Like, because I'm moving down to the trivia section because it lists all of the
Yeah.
dogs he had, which I think
We'll
is
be
very
all over
cute.
it. Oh yeah. All his dogs.
But they were like hunting dogs that his father had. So
Right.
maybe
Maybe he had two dads.
he had two dads. Maybe he had dad and two moms. We don't know.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's right. Because his sister Fallon notes that he looks like their father when he grows his hair out. That fucking ghoulish Laos picture where he looks like a corpse. Apparently that's what his dad looks like.
His fucking sunken corpse eyes.
God. Huh?
Oh no!
I don't remember this. Both he and his sister were engaged in the past, but had their respective engagements annulled.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I don't remember that.
I also didn't fucking remember that. Where the fuck is that from? What?
Well, citation 42. Page
Chapter
56.
56, page 2. Fucked
Huh,
up.
wild.
Oh, Binacorn,
yeah.
yeah.
Oh, the Binacorn. Okay.
Oh.
That makes sense, because that's when they were when they all thought Chuck cheated on his wife.
That's right! Also, this wiki is the best wiki ever because it does have comments.
Oh, yes!
Oh, yes.
And I just love... First one here, pure of heart, dumb of ass.
Yes! God, I feel like comments are getting rarer. I feel like I don't see them often.
I know, and it makes me so sad. I want to hear everybody's takes on Lias.
Best boy.
Best boy! So fucking true, but
God, right! I somehow completely forgot when we were talking about it, too. That fucking... The succubus arc.
Mm-hmm.
His ultimate, like, desire that he was shown was just, like, an extreme monster, and he got really red about it.
Right.
yeah, that's right!
Yeah, a succubus tries to tempt him by appearing as Marcelli, one of his, like, party mates. And he's like, nah, this is not my shit. And then the succubus then transforms into a giant 3-headed furry monster, and he's like, this is my shit.
Yeah!
Right, I just, like...
I forgot about that.
And, like, I get, like, I don't even think the succubus necessarily turns into, like, the object of your sexual
It's
desire.
it's just, like, whatever it would take to get you in their clutches.
Mm-hmm. But
Which for us is that.
But also...
But also...
you know, Horby is a pretty common denominator. So, like...
Man, I'm trying to find a picture of this thing, but I can't remember what it was called.
I don't remember, and this wiki seems a little lean on pictures.
On Google. Dungeon Meshi Succubus Laos.
That's gonna be an insane Google search.
No, it's fine.
I forgot to mention his funny sword.
Oh, his funny sword!
Kensuke!
His funny sword friend.
Yeah. Kensuke is a mollusk-like monster that lives in the sword Lias found while fighting living armor. He immediately takes a liking to the monster on finding it, hiding it from discovery by Marcel and the rest of the party. He recognizes its usefulness after noticing its response to the presence of treasure insects and alerting him to danger.
He has a funny little bug that lives in his sword.
Funny little pun. Despite his compassion for the monster, as soon as Fallen expressed interest in eating monsters, Lias didn't hesitate to propose eating Kensuke.
Yeah.
Kensuke, you're fucked.
Jesus Christ. I forgot
It's so
how
funny.
fucking horny this page was.
Yeah, I completely forgot about this.
This fucking cat girl, like, licks his cheek and he's bright red.
Yeah.
I'm actually rescinding my previous statement. I think he is actually now canonically a monster fucker.
Yeah. What chapter was that?
I'm sorry, if you get that worked up about...
He got really red.
Right, like, if you get that worked up about, like, a cat girl, you...
Chapter 58 and 59
yeah.
is when that happens. If anybody wanted to go look at it, I guess.
Yeah, but, I don't know, speaking of monster girls, we could talk about his sister.
We could talk about his sister.
Yeah. We're all over. Well, I feel like we should save Fallen for last, even though she, like, comes up and be like, we should look at, like, all the party.
Yeah, the main
Okay,
party.
yeah.
Though, I mean, I guess as soon as we look at Marcial,
Well,
I forgot she had a surname.
I also forgot she had a surname.
they just got them.
Donato. Oh, okay.
Yeah, they were just released in the guidebook that came out, like...
in the Bible.
Yeah, that came out, like, as of recording, like, 3 months ago or so.
Oh, okay. I actually forgot to read all those, because I think those came out when I was injured, and I really was not feeling it.
Valid. Alright, well, how do we all say her name?
Marcial.
Marcel?
Marcelli.
Fuck's sake. Why are you making her name a pasta, Alex?
I don't know.
She's like, that sounds like a pasta.
Oh,
'Cause to
mamma
me
mia,
it always-
Marcelli, just like my mama used to make.
Yeah.
Fuck you guys.
I say everything extremely strange. Sorry, my friend.
This is true.
I also say things fucked up.
My problem with me is I tend to lean, like, with a French influence, even if I know it's not French. I'm just like,
Yeah, I say Marcial.
Like, sorry to just talk about another different thing. Tales of Arcadia Wizards. Ducey, his name didn't ever really confuse me because I'm like, yeah, French.
Yeah,
The way they say it confused me because they do like Dukesy. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? But yeah, Martial.
Marcia.
Yeah.
I'll change how I say this now.
Also, take a look at her personality section. It's
I'm
the exact
looking.
fucking same, where she has 3 paragraphs that have citation needed, and then a short random. When she's faced with things she doesn't like, she can be very short-tempered.
No
It
citation.
does a period this time, yeah.
No citation needed. We
I love
believe
it.
this.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know about he's smart on Lost, though. He just has a hyperfixation.
He is smart.
A special interest.
Yeah.
He's neurodivergent to me.
He's neurodivergent to me.
Yeah. But yeah, so she's our funny mage. She has some healing spells, she has some fire, and most importantly, she has some ancient illegal magic.
She has
Ancient
illegal
forbidden
magics.
Isn't that something a lot of people tend to do with their first magic caster?
I mean,
I feel like it's a trend.
People do love to make illegal mages.
people love to make illegal mages, but the thing to me that also screams like baby's first wizard is fire type magic. Puts on my
Yeah.
D&D cap. is evocation, which is like probably the most mechanically useful subset of spells to have, because it's like it's your fireballs and your thunder waves and your whatever. It's your damage dealing spells. So if you're like picking spells for the first time, there's something like, I don't know, catapult that's like you can fling an object really far away and you're like, that sounds lame. And then you see a fucking firebolt. What are you gonna pick? You're gonna fucking pick firebolt, So the fact that like Marcial does a lot of damage dealing is very like, this is baby's first wizard.
Yeah.
The like ancient stuff screams to me like I thought it would be cool to take some necromancy spells, even though that's illegal.
Yeah.
in
I mean,
my
that's all she
setting.
does.
Yeah.
She just does necromancy.
I think most wizards in this universe do some form of necromancy. Because it's...
Well, yeah, but she does the stuff that you're not allowed to do.
Yeah, she does the hot illegal necromancy.
Like resurrection.
Yeah. So I guess like one of my favorite things about the world building and the magic building in Dunmesh is how magic is dealt with and how healing is dealt with.
Yeah.
Because it's like, it is very commonplace for people to die. People die. And...
But the caveat is that it's when you're in the dungeon, because up on the surface it doesn't work
It does
like
not work
that.
on the surface, but in the dungeon, like, your soul congeals to your body somehow and you can put it back. And so basically everybody who does magic has some level of necromancy, just so they can make sure people's souls don't fucking disattach and start to kill you.
Yeah.
And also, like, the healing magic is incredibly cool because it is... It's not nice healing magic.
Yeah, I can't find it, but Laos at one point, when they're like fighting a dragon, he loses his leg, and Marcial just attaches it, and for like a lot of chapters, he's just like, it itches, I hate it.
Because there's fucking dirt inside your leg.
Yeah, it's awesome, I love it. And it's like,
It's
the visuals
fucker.
for it too, it's like really awful looking, gross and bubbly, and I'm like, ugh.
Yeah, there is bubbles on,
I
like,
can't,
all
I'm
the blood.
trying to find his severed leg.
I have the page right in front of me.
Oh yeah, because you have...
It's volume 4, chapter...
This is why I wanted you to get your book.
Where's the chapter? 26.
But yeah, no, like it's totally fuckered, and I love that because I think a lot of people don't talk about how fuckered magic healing is in stuff like Dungeons and Dragons. Like, it's just like,
love to think about
I cast a funny spell and like your body is fine. But like people like if you're somebody who wants to dive into like the genuine trauma of being killed and resurrected and having your body knit together through magical means, like, I'm going to kiss you on the lips, and that is a threat. Like, it's
like,
so good.
Do you guys mind if I talk about Omniscient Reader?
I mean, I don't care.
Do it.
Omniscient Reader's spoilers, both the novel and the webtoon, because the webtoon follows the novel, but more people probably read the webtoon than the novel. There's a moment where the protagonist, Dokja, he, like, dies, but he got a resurrection thing where, like, when he dies, it's fine. And he dies by, like, burning alive. And he's like, oh, but he has a special skill that, like, nullifies it, so he's, like, fine. I'm just like, oh, I wish I could have seen him fucking freak his shit out from being burned alive. But it's cool, too, that he has that nullification thing, so it's just, like, it makes him... Because to me, the reaction of the nullification is probably what it... I don't know what I'm saying. Like how people usually react to healing magic, where it's like, oh, haha, I'm fine. Like, no one roleplays being like, I just got fucking burned alive, dude! Mm-hmm. And Omniscient Reader is kind of a mid-ground where he does react to it, but then he's like, whew, okay, that was fucked. Moving on.
Moving on. Oh, wait, I just found the page where,
his awful leg?
Yeah, that leg comes off. That was, chapter 26. But
yeah,
just after that, I remember, Chickluck, who is the thief character of the party, realizing that Marcelli has done incredibly evil magic, making the most face and saying, oh, well, whatever.
Yeah, it's so funny. I love Chilchuck so much. He's so funny.
I love Chilchuck.
He's like the group cynic, and I love him.
I love a group cynic.
He's what? He's like in his 40s?
He's like 30s, but
yeah,
has two children and a wife.
He's like 28. He's like 28 in halfling years.
Yeah. Meshi absolutely leans into the fucked, like, age
yeah,
stuff of the...
I kind of don't mind it because Meshi doesn't do weird crimes with it, whereas every other fucking fantasy thing is like, haha, we're gonna be really weird and do crimes, like pair up a 1,000-year-old and a 15-year-old because it's fine, I guess.
Yeah.
But then Meshi is instead like, hey, this is horrifying and I hate living this long.
But also, does use it for comedy because,
yes!
like, Chilchuck is a full adult, and then everybody's like, look at this little guy.
Everybody thinks he's, like, a teenager, but then at one point he's like, I'm 28, and Laos is like, you're older than me? And he starts calling him with, like, a respectful honorifics.
Yeah.
And it's like, ah!
It's so funny. Also, I'm just in Marciel's relationships, and my favorite is the difference between Fallen and Lias, which is Fallen is Marciel's closest friend. She thinks very highly of her, calling her incredible and an angel because of her spellcasting ability and kind nature. She enters the dungeon again despite the party's dire circumstances because of how much she cares about her. There's a citation on this. Lias. Although she is often exasperated with Lias' antics, she trusts him greatly as their party leader and friend. Citation needed.
It's so funny. Every day I think about the people that, I mean, like, I wouldn't mind if it happened because they're just good characters, but every day I think about the people that are like, yeah, Laos and Marcel are gonna get together. I'm like, what manga are you reading?
Literally
it's not the one I'm reading.
Literally what manga are you reading?
Like, I wouldn't mind if it happened just because they're well written. And I like, oh no, I forget her name. Help. Who makes Dungeon Meshi? Help.
Ryoko Kyoe.
Yeah. I like, Ryoko Kyoe's work. And, like, I trust to do that well. Like, I don't think it would be shit in hell, whereas, like, a lot of other things would be because no one can write romance properly.
I definitely, like, I feel like even if they kind of got the, like, end of the series and they lived happily ever after, it wouldn't feel cringe because...
Yeah, if it was like, and they lived happly ever after and had, like, a kid or whatever, I'm like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, I'd be like, yeah, all right, whatever.
They went through a lot.
I would maybe... The thought of that is also, like, I don't know, because the thing with Marciel is she just, like, is really afraid of everybody dying before her, and I think having a child with a human would make her feel worse.
Yeah.
But But, like, I would feel better about Ryoko Kui's choice because, like, she doesn't shaft her female characters like every
and it also
male
doesn't seem
mangaka.
Yeah. Yeah. It also doesn't seem like romance is really something that she's interested in writing. Like, it doesn't feel like an element in Meshi.
Yeah.
Sorry, I just saying that I just remembered that one dwarf who has, like, a thing for thigh pouches.
Namari?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's fucking
like
smart.
There's that, like, she is smart. There's that 4-coma where those two twins are like, do you want to see us in thigh holsters, Namari? And she was like, It's so funny.
Yes.
She's really good.
By rights?
By rights.
Maybe?
Her trivia is really something.
Who, Marcel's?
Yeah, Marcel is like, oh, her favorite food is squid. Her parents are court magicians. Her greatest fear is that the things most precious to her will pass away before she does. She named her staff Ambrosia.
Yeah.
She enjoys dancing.
God, did I look at... Yeah, we did look at Louse's trivia, because that's where they mentioned the engagement.
Yeah, he had doggy.
Sorry, I just looked at... Can we go look at Chilchuk's relationship section?
Absolutely.
Yes, we can.
Oh my god. This wiki is in a state of decay.
I love everybody that works on this wiki. I love you all.
Love you all.
Sorry, Chilchuk views Marcel as the friend who cannot shut up.
I want to read them. I want to read all of them.
Absolutely.
We can take turns. I want to read Louse's.
Yeah. Go ahead,
Chilchuk
please.
views Louse as not normal.
Citation needed.
And there's Warder as like views him as the leader reluctantly. Views his lack of social awareness as a particular point of weakness in his leadership. He sees interpersonal issues as the most common reason for party splits. That's real,
That's real.
Because I think there's a moment where he mentions he's been through a lot of parties and they all split up because there's like relationship drama and he's like, I'm fucking sick of you people. Oh my god, yeah, and that's where where that edit comes of like Chilchuk hates straight people.
Yeah.
Chilchuk views Marcel as, quote, the friend who cannot shut up. He's often the practical foil to her more imaginative or idealistic views.
I love Senshi. He's just normal.
Yeah. Chilchuk views Senshi as a skilled cook and capable adventurer. Chilchuk also expresses respect for Senshi, even admitting he envies how he looks and wishing he could gain as much respect from others as Senshi does. Great. Normal. Fallen. Chilchuk views Valen as the girl who cannot say no. Full stop.
Full stop. Citation.
Izitsumi. Chilchuk views Izitsumi as... And that's it!
This is nothing.
That's all!
That's it!
I love all of you that write this wiki with my life. I love you all. I'm not making fun of you.
We're absolutely not making fun of you. I'm having the time of my fucking life.
It's hard as hell to make a wiki. I respect you all so much.
Oh, it's really hard.
Yeah, I guess something I do want to say about Chikluk is I think it's very interesting how many variations of Hobbit exist.
Yeah, also, is that how you're supposed to say his name?
No.
No.
Okay.
I think it's Chilchuk.
I mean, I could bring up where's let me put his name into Google Translate.
Yeah, it says
Chikaruchak. Where is it? Oh, okay.
Yeah, Chikaruchak.
Oh, yeah, there it is.
Tinsumu.
Oh my god, that's right, his last name is Timms.
Yeah.
He's so funny. I love him.
Chilchuk with the Timms.
He does have tan boots.
He does have tan boots.
With the fur.
Oh, you turned into a chicken there for a second.
You did.
Yeah.
God, I forgot that he has 3 kids. Chilchuk has fucked thrice. At minimum.
At minimum.
At minimum.
Maybe he has dick game.
I wish.
Sorry.
I wish you wouldn't. Absolutely. Okay, here's what I will say. I don't think he fucking does because he hates how much relationship drama like meddles with his part. Like,
Hey,
I don't know
hey, you can have dick game and hate drama. He just knows his dick isn't the one causing problems.
Actually, it might
I
be
think
funnier if he has dick game and hates drama.
Yeah. He knows when to hold him and when to...
Fuck off.
Chill Chuck the Gambler. Hey, I also forgot this about his backstory. He also has a leadership position among the half-foot population on the island, and often advises other half-foot individuals to run contracts by the guild before they sign. He charges a mediation fee for this service. He's like a fucking lawyer? He's like a fucking contract lawyer?
I guess! What chapter was this in? Chapter 32?
Chapter 32.
I fucking have this on hand. What the fuck? Let me go find the page. God damn it. Evil Wizard is here.
Oh, Thistle?
Yep, Thistle.
Ugh, God, right. What did the... Oh, God, I forget. What did the official translation do with Thistle?
I don't think it's gotten there yet.
Oh, I thought we heard what pronouns the translation was using.
The translation picked up pronouns because the first time Thistle shows up, it's in the paintings,
Right.
and they just like didn't know what to do with it, so they just call him
Right.
her.
Oh, that's right.
But I don't think his actual name has been revealed yet, because I remember that.
Yeah, all I can remember is that he got gendered and it was wrong.
Yeah, I just remember that.
God.
Yeah, you know, the
I know-
elves in Dungeon
we were going to
Meshi-
say the exact same thing.
Yeah. The elves in Dungeon Meshi are very much like willowy androgynous, but also grabbing them, give me your gender, hand it over.
Yeah, they're very classic elf of just mostly willowy. There's some darker skinned ones, but they're all thin, extremely thin, all like a specific type of androgynous. But I'm like grabbing them and shaking them violently because like when the Canaries, the group of high elves were introduced, like nobody knew what to do until they got gendered in the text.
Yeah, everybody was just sticking with they for the time being.
Yeah. Oh, to live in the world where it stayed that way.
Oh, to live in that world.
That would fuck.
Oh, to live in a world where it stayed that way. The Canaries are so fucking... They're so fucking gender. We will have to get there because we have not talked about everybody yet.
Yeah.
We haven't talked about my fucking male wife.
God, let's talk about your male wife.
Let's talk...
Senshi.
Let's talk about Senshi. Let's talk about Dwarf Indulgence.
Senshi has always been hot.
Senshi has always been hot.
Senshi has always been hot, but I will argue that there has been more Senshi indulgence.
Yeah.
I
Also,
think
his personality section isn't strange. It's all cited.
Yeah, cited.
Cited.
He is well loved.
Well,
Yeah.
God, his Laos and Senshi share a common interest in the cooking and eating of monsters.
That's all.
That's it.
I think what's funny is citation needed, as if that isn't like the inciting incident of the whole fucking plot.
Literally, that's how they meet. Is Laos was like, I want to eat the monster, and Senshi's like, hi, I heard you say you want to eat the monster. I can help.
He shows up like a fucking installation wizard.
He cooks the slime for them.
He cooked slime for them and was like, well, you're gonna cook this wrong.
I always forget the first thing they eat is slime, and he was like, yeah, you could have died if you did it wrong.
The first thing they eat is actually a scorpion.
Okay, the first thing they cook
Yeah, the first thing they cook, like,
is slime.
yeah, this is slime noodles.
Oh, yeah.
Because they do, huge scorpion and walking mushroom hot pot.
Right, yes, right. Yeah.
Which contains...
Sorry, everybody. It's time to look at Senshi and the Canaries outfit and feel joy.
No, hang on, I need to read this line. The male members of the party also think Senshi is handsome, though only in their memories. That's fucking right.
Because they're fucking
Oh, yeah, here's
right.
Canary Senshi. Because they're correct. I love him. He holds a strong belief in only taking what is needed and giving back to the dungeon when he takes from it, and can get frustrated when others do not respect this. I love him.
I love him
He's
so much.
so good.
I love that he just like shows up as this like little
Weirdo.
little grubby weirdo, and then
You're like,
Ryoko takes off his
this is the
helmet.
man ever.
Ryoko Kui takes off his helmet one time, and it's like, oh, Senshi indulgence now. I just think it's, and like his
If
design.
you're smart,
doesn't-
he's always been hot.
Well, yeah, but like his design doesn't change. Like it's not. He doesn't have a huge difference from when he takes off his helmet to like when he has it on, but the energy is so different.
Yeah, you just like see his hair.
Yeah, it's just so funny to me.
If anyone didn't know, I just like dwarves
just-
for reasons I'm not sure about.
You are honestly, I feel like people who get into fantasy stories, that's the two genders. There's the elf likers and the dwarf likers.
It's because you're
I
short.
do like dwarves more than elves. Well, I don't like the common interpretation of elves. I think it's boring. Like, as much as I do like Ryoko Kui's elves, I'm like, you're limiting yourself for no reason. I just think there's more potential than what anybody ever does, which is just making them, like, all thin, all pretty. Most of them are all white, except for maybe you have, like, one group of them that are brown, and then there's ones that are just, like, blue, dark blue. It's like, okay, these are the evil ones. Whatever.
Yeah. I mean, okay. Yeah, like, Dungeons & Dragons' interpretation of elves fucking sucks.
It's boring.
And I can talk about that for ages.
So, like, Tolkien, Dungeons & Dragons, grabbing both of you.
At the very least, like, Ryoko Kui's elves seem slightly more interesting because they have just, like, a normal range of skin tones and don't seem to be, you know, oh, the dark ones are evil.
Yeah.
Like, they're just willowy people with long ears.
Yeah.
Which is like,
I do.
yeah.
My one complaint about Ryoko Kui's, I'm saying her name very strangely, not monsters, like people designs, is that the female dwarves don't also have beards. That's my complaint. Please, everybody skimps on it. Like, no, I want them to be the same. I'm smarter than all of you. Because, like, a bunch of people, when they draw female dwarves, they'll usually just, like, oh, sideburns or a mutton chop, maybe, like, a small patch of beard, but it's all, like, it's all braided, or it has flowers in it, or bees, and I'm like, no, I want them to look the same. The braids and flowers are pretty, but it shouldn't be just a thing the women do.
I agree.
Because, like, Vikings and people, like, male Vikings were braiding their beards and stuff, too. It's like, come on.
I feel extremely strongly that, yeah, if you're going to have your dwarves, like, bead and braid their beards and whatever, everybody needs to do it.
I simply think dwarves shouldn't have sexual dimorphism.
It's more interesting.
It's more interesting. But you can have tits.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like if we're accepting, you know, mammalian design, like, it's fine. You can do it.
You can have boobie. I'm just thinking about women. Sorry.
Anyway, I like Senshi.
I like Senshi. Is there any...
What is the...
Oh, I forgot about his old party.
Yep.
Sadness.
I do like the very last trivia point. He appears to have the ability to tell the temperature of things by touch. He is also apparently resistant to heat up to 180 C.
That's right. Didn't he put his thumb in, like, boiling hot oil?
Yeah, he put his thumb in boiling oil and was like, this is right for frying.
I love him.
I love him. Heat-resistant dwarf.
Oh, yeah, his name means seeker in dwarf.
Just cute.
I love when he says it's done every time he finishes a meal.
Yeah.
I love him.
I love him.
I guess we can talk about Fallen now.
Yeah, we could... Well, do we want to talk about Izuzumi or Fallen first?
Probably Fallen, because she's like...
I wanted to... Hold on. I want to talk about Senshi's 2 comments. Which
okay.
Are just
his comments!
Male wife material and love of my life.
Yes, exactly.
These people fucking get it. Thank you, Jakarai.
Chilchuk's comments are boring. What are Marciel's comments?
One just says she's so incredibly friend-shaped.
I did see that.
Yeah, and I don't know if Chilchuk's are any good. Let me see.
No, there's not really anything going on there. Yeah, there aren't that many comments on this wiki.
But every time there is, they're good. Also, yeah, did we want to talk about Fallen or...
Yeah, let's talk about Fallen first and then Izutsumi.
Yeah.
Because Fallen is also, like, connected to Marciel, even though, like, Izutsumi joins the party, but it's later.
It's later, yeah. Well, Fallen is a lot of a character. I love her. I love her so much. I love to call her the patron saint of monster fuckers.
Yeah.
Yeah. She is sort of the inciting character, I guess, of the plot.
She got eaten.
Yeah, she is the plot.
She is the plot. She got eaten by a fucking dragon.
Even though sometimes it's like, what are you guys fucking doing? Yeah, because the plot of Dungeon Meshi is Laos' sister Fallen gets eaten by I didn't send the link. Gets eaten by a dragon, and he's like, no! So he goes back in the dungeon to try to get her, but it's, her puppy. But it's Dungeon Meshi because they all run out of money and food, so instead they have to start eating monsters while they go down to the bottom layers of the dungeon to try to get rid of the dragon. And And they actually do get to the dragon extremely soon in the plot, and they have to cut it open. They have to kill it, and then cut it open, and then resurrect Fallen, and then
then Fallen is a skeleton inside of the dragon, and things go bad.
And now she is the red dragon.
Now she is the red dragon.
Because Thistle was like, "Hi, bitch."
Hi.
And now she's like a cool swan dragon, and I love her.
Yeah.
I kiss at her.
I kiss it to her.
She's
I kiss
so
it to her.
epic looking, so epic.
I want
Her feathers
to
are still
kiss.
consistently so cool.
Ryokuki is incredible at drawing creatures.
She's like, you want a
Like,
creature?
yeah.
I can draw a creature.
Where's the fucking picture of Fallen tearing her shirt open and showing her feather boobies? I want to see her tits.
It's not on the wiki. I would have to find the page for you.
No, I'm on Google.
Oh.
I'm on Google Images.
I think I actually have it saved in my phone.
You do. You've sent it before.
I've sent it.
I think it has the low health filter.
It does have the low health filter because I read things at night. She is.
Well, this isn't the one of her tearing her, because it's also after oops, what's his name? The other human.
Oh gosh, how did I forget his name? It starts with an M.
What guy?
The guy. This is gonna sound mean and judgmental. The guy that people ship Laos with.
Cabru.
Kabru. Yeah, because she tears her shirt open after Kabru, like, stabs her a shit ton, and it's, like, the coolest fucking shit in the world. God, that fight was so good.
The fight was so good. I think about those pages a lot because
so
I
good.
saw a, like, panel breakdown of, like, using
Yeah.
the motion of his knife
Yeah!
going through
Yeah.
to, like, guide your eye through the entire page, and it is so well done.
It's...
Like,
Dungeon Meshi is incredible,
Curious.
just as, like, a comic book.
yeah, QA's paneling is, like, some of the best I've ever read. Like, it's so clear, and it's so good at guiding your eye through the pages. I think she's good at art.
She's incredible at art. She's so good at it. Like, if you have, like, no interest in Dungeon Meshi, but you like comics, it's absolutely worth reading Dungeon Meshi just for that. It's beautiful.
Right.
Also, it has, like, a lot of really good, like, monster biology type stuff, because, yeah.
Yeah.
They're eating them.
Eating them.
They need to know how to cut them up and what parts to not eat.
Yeah. I think, like, some of the most interesting pages in the entire thing are when there is, like, a large sweeping motion that mirrors the exact motion your eye is supposed to take across the page. And, like, it makes reading it just so easy and,
It's
like,
so good.
well done. Guys, I like
I
Dunmesh.
love it. It's so good.
Yeah.
Miss Koi,
Also-
I love your art.
Also, it's really fun to, when they sit down for a meal, you get a funny little recipe, and it's so fun to sit there and be like, oh,
What are the
Right.
equivalents I can make this
Yeah,
to make it
like-
in real life?
could I make a funny mushroom sandwich or some nonsense? And
You
it's
can absolutely
delightful.
make that mushroom sandwich they made.
And it's a lot of fun. It's like, if you like cooking, Dungeon Meshi. If you like Dungeons and Dragons, Dungeon Meshi. If you like monsters, Dungeon Meshi. If you like well-written female characters, Dungeon Meshi. If you like freaks, Dungeon Meshi.
Got it all.
We got it all. If you like gorgeous art, Dungeon Meshi.
If you just like looking at cool ass monsters, Dungeon
Dungeon
Meshi.
Meshi.
'Cause,
Dungeon
like,
Meshi.
it's not even like some people are like okay at drawing animals and creatures and like they'll look a little awkward. Every single animal and creature in Dungeon Meshi looks incredible, anatomically correct, not strangely styled. It's like, where the fuck did you study? How long have you been drawing? This is incredible.
The horses look good, which is a feat.
If you can draw a horse, you can draw anything.
Yeah.
Unless you can only draw horses.
Unless you can only draw horses.
In which case you are a horse girl.
Yes.
I was about
Yeah,
to say,
like-
in which case you were Hiriko or Rocky.
No. No, he can't draw horses either.
You can draw some horses.
They
There
have
are a
weird
lot-
Shrek ears.
Okay. Yes, they're better than the dogs.
That's true. They are better than the dogs. I don't know what fucking happened. He used to be able to draw dogs.
Anyways, this isn't about JoJo.
No, have we? We haven't done a JoJo episode yet.
We wouldn't be able to.
I don't think we can.
Yeah, I think it would kill us.
I mean, we could do part by part.
Oh, God.
The pure willpower to only talk about one part, though, would be insane. Alright, do we want to continue to talk about Fallen?
Yeah, I'm trying to find anything worth reading on her page.
Yeah, her page is a little bit lean. I think it hasn't been updated since some of the most recent things have happened.
Yeah, I think it's mostly still, like, early chapter. Yeah, because her trivia is even, like, just about her age.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I don't think there's much on her page, then.
Anyway, she's wife to me.
She's wife to me.
The
Oh.
most important thing to me is that she went to Magic Academy with Marcial,
Yeah.
and they're
Yeah.
friends.
Yeah.
I want them to do lesbianism.
I want it so bad.
I want them to kiss.
I just simply think that they should do a little smoochy smooch.
Yeah, because the thing too is that like both Laos and Martial are like their entire lives revolve around Fallen, and they're the ones most invested in this adventure. Like Chilchuk is just like here to make sure they don't die, and that's kind of also why Senshi is here, because he's like, you'll starve to death. I love having these people that have proper nutrition. But yeah, like Martial is like so attached to Fallen, and like Fallen is Laos' sister, so they're also very attached. And it's like, ah, cat rearing its head back to scream. Ah!
Yeah. Speaking of cat,
Yes,
let's talk
Izumi.
about my funny little guy.
Oh,
girl.
Izumi.
Guide gender neutral.
Guy gender neutral.
for sure.
Izutsumi. I think Izutsumi's gender.
I think Izumi is gender to me.
I think every cat person can. A cat person is something that can be so personal.
Oh wow, I didn't know she was a teenager. She's 17.
I also did
Yeah.
not know that she was 17.
That's wild. But how old did I think? I probably thought she was like 19, 20.
She seems very young.
She does seem young. She definitely seems like she'd be the youngest in the party, which I guess she is actually. I don't know why I didn't think she was like a teenager. I love her.
I love her. Anyway, she kitty.
She kitty.
She.
There are people, by the way, who agree that she's gender in the comments.
Good. Oh, I didn't look at Fallen's comments. I'll look while you guys look at Katie.
Right. The.
Okay, I'm gonna read these two comments on Fallen's. The first comment ever on her page in 2019 was "Queen, I love you," or ILY actually, and the one in 2020, which is "She thick."
Which is an interesting thing to say about her. The thing that also fascinates me about Izutsumi's page is you'll notice she has 3 tabs: overview, synopsis, and gallery.
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Click on that synopsis for me.
What the fuck?
Oh!
There is... So somebody likes this cat girl a whole fucking bunch.
Yeah, because the main
Because-
characters don't have this.
But Izuzumi has like an extremely detailed plot synopsis. From the second she's introduced to the current arc.
God.
To the. Oh my gosh, to the current arc. Yeah, wow.
favoritism.
So,
Jeez.
Favoritism at its finest.
Catgirl indulgence now.
That's so funny. I wonder if any other characters. I need to go look at Cabra's page right now. 'Cause I think people really like him.
People really like Cabra.
I need
yeah,
to decide what the
she-
fuck to read.
She's a man-made beast.
Cabra doesn't have it.
And she is like cursed to be a kitty.
She is cursed for kitty, yeah.
Yeah, she got like mixed with a.
A magic accident.
Yeah. There was that one. I don't remember which round it was, but that one of those rounds of when they stepped into the changeling mushrooms, she got turned into a kobold, but she still looked a little. She was like a kobold mixed with a cat.
Yeah.
Yeah, she still looked a little strange.
She was
I loved that. That was so good.
She was a very strange
so
looking
interesting.
kobold.
Yeah. Kitty dog.
Kitty dog.
I love that the kobolds are just doggies. It's cute.
I think it's very good.
Yeah.
This is the best take on kobolds.
I do miss, personally I miss having funny lizard guys, but also like, doggy.
Also
Rokukui delivers absolutely gorgeous dragons, so I'm fine.
Yeah, I'm fed.
Yeah.
And also funny doggy.
Funny doggy.
God, I don't remember the Kobold and Kabru's party's name, but he's so funny doggy to me.
Yeah, let me see if I can find Cabra's party.
He's on Kabru's
We
page.
didn't talk all that much about Izutsumi.
Oh yeah, Kuro.
Oh, Karo! Yeah.
Oh yeah, Kuro.
He is puppy.
He's so doggy
puppy.
to me. This is the animal.
Whenever I say animal, I am specifically referring to Kuro from Dungeon Meshi, and that's the only
He's so cute.
animal I'm ever referring to.
Yeah. Sorry. We should talk about Izutsumi.
Yeah.
I'm trying to see if there's any funny relationships.
There is funny
my
relationships.
Good.
My absolute favorite is that Senshis and Lias have links but no words.
Oh yeah. I guess we don't like the cat that much.
I don't like the cat that much. I think the funniest one is Chilcluck's final sentence, which is,
Yeah.
in addition, much like a cat would, Itazumi enjoys sleeping on Chilcluck's bedroll as his is the warmest.
Yeah.
It's really good.
Oh yeah, I think she also likes Marcial the most. I know that she's the one that she's the most warmed up to.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, it could be that Marcel is also it's weird and gross to eat monsters. Marcel is definitely warmed up to it more, but every now and again she's like,
Yeah, and doesn't yeah, because Itsumi just wants to eat meat, but normal meat, not monster meat.
Yeah. She hates mushrooms, although she briefly did find them delicious when eaten in the sauce for her Hamburg steak. Later, while the others ate crispy mushroom and egg sandwiches, hers contained no mushrooms, implying that she hated them again. Also, the crispy mushroom and egg sandwich is
Oh, it has a link.
Oh,
did they link all the recipes?
Yeah,
That's awesome.
they have all the recipes
Yes,
on
yes,
here.
yes.
So if you, I say if you want a very interesting food challenge, go on...
Make some dungeon Meshi dishes.
Yeah, so there's a section called dishes, and just find a random one that looks fun, and make it.
I think the crispy mushroom egg sandwiches is the easiest one to make because it's just bread, a portobello mushroom, an egg, lettuce or cabbage or your leaf of choice, and then butter, salt, and pepper to flavor it. And then they have bacon on this.
No, I think that's the strips of mushroom.
Oh, is it the oh yeah, that's the mushroom.
But honestly, just make it a fucking BLT and slap some egg on there. It's delicious. I did that. It fucks.
It should be a BLT with a portobello mushroom.
Well, you need the egg, but yes.
Hang on, I need to type. So a BLT. Hang on. BLT.
Or you could just make crispy mushroom and egg sandwich.
Blemt. Make a blemt. A bacon, lettuce, egg, mushroom, tomato.
Blemped.
What would happen if I put avocado on that, Rook? Just out of curiosity, what would happen if I put avocado on that sandwich?
Blemat.
Blemat.
Actually,
or
speaking generally, BLTs with avocado, blats fuck real hard.
Oh, blats are very good.
Balmet is really good.
Balmets.
Yeah, I love a belt, which is a bacon, egg, lettuce, tomato. Actually, wait. Belmat. Bacon, egg, lettuce, mushroom, avocado, tomato.
This is the sandwich.
This is the sandwich.
This is the most sandwich of all time.
God, these are sandwich.
Why are we doing this? Blimped. Wait, I already typed that one. Bumped. Melted.
It's funnier every time. Oh God. Okay.
I'm sending these in chat while I say them. But yeah, is there a? Oh wow. Okay, in category dishes, changeling dishes, cockatrice dishes, mandrake dishes. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Thank God that this is the best organized section of this.
Oh my beloved.
It's so good.
My beloved. The breakfast menu. Oh, a meal eaten in Louse's dream.
I also think it's possible that some of these have if perhaps the name for I'm looking at the rolled harpy egg omelet.
Yeah, that's just a rolled Japanese omelet.
But I love that it's there are trivia and parts of the description that are just yeah, this is just XYZ thing. Because I think they make some stuff that would be paired with the monster ingredients might be a little weird.
Yeah.
To a somebody who's not super well versed in Japanese cuisine. I mean, not that a tamagoyaki is that confusing, but still.
Yeah.
If you see something that you're I don't understand what this is, and also it's made with fucking harpy eggs. The mandrake kakiyage and giant bat tempura, you might not 100% get what that's about.
Yeah.
If you're already trying to fight to understand it.
I forgot that the frog suit was a recipe.
The frog suit is a recipe, and it's my favorite.
Absolutely forget that it's listed as a recipe.
My favorite Dunmeshi recipes are the ones where it's just some shit.
Yeah,
like when the party wiped and they were fry I don't know fuck. I don't remember the method in which everybody died. Oh, I think
It's-
Chilchuck was like got frozen, so it was like a Chilchuck pop, one frozen Chilchuck.
Yeah, so it was a Chilchuck Ruby Bay. Ingredients, Chilchuck
Oh,
1,
yeah, I
White
remember that
Dragon's
one
Breath as
because
needed.
on the translation notes for that one, they put a picture of
Golden Kame.
Golden Kamuy because Ruribe, I don't know how to say it, showed up in Golden Kamuy.
Uh-huh.
And that's the other manga that this group does because they only do cooking manga. I love them. Everyday Heroes, you're my beloved.
Everyday Heroes.
Honestly.
Like, God bless, you're holding these two manga fandoms up on your back.
I know. Honestly, I wish Everyday Hero. Like, I don't know what they want. But I would love if the Everyday Heroes team could do like an official translation of something because they do an incredible job. I feel.
Yeah.
It feels like they actually like care about what they're translating.
They do.
yeah.
Yeah, because like I've seen the mile-long translation notes for Golden Kamuy, and I'm like, yes.
Yes, there's often more words in those translation notes than there is, like, words in the chapter.
That's the good
It
shit.
is the good shit.
I really wish published manga could have that, or even even anything that's been translated. I want a little translation note section at the end of the book. I know it's more paper and ink, but I want it. Even if it's just like, here's a QR code you can scan to find the web page, I would take that.
I forgot how good some of the fucking recipes are.
Yeah.
Such as porridge made from grain that was just lying around.
It's so good.
Risotto with mushrooms picked in a graveyard and cheese from the orcs. Special interfaith holy water.
Interfaith Holy Water, I
God,
think,
the
is my
Interfaith Holy
favorite.
Water. It's so funny.
Also, I just realized that he basically, I'm looking at it now, it's just a punch.
Yeah.
Because it's water, treasure insect jam, liqueur, salt, sugar, slime liver, and mint. He just made a funny punch.
Oh,
Yeah, because he basically made sorbet, so he just made sorbet base.
yeah. Just looking at all the recipes.
I know.
I want to
I
eat.
want to eat.
Head chopping rabbit curry.
Yeah.
Oh god, that's right, that's a big fucking plate of curry.
Yeah.
I wish I was her. Yeah, they make a giant plate of curry for Martial to make her sleepy.
Martial?
For
Oh,
Fallen,
Fallen.
the other one.
Yeah,
The other girl.
the other one.
Hey, maybe if they made a giant plate of curry for Marcel, she'd calm down.
She fucking needs it right now.
But God, that chapter was so much where they were like, the only meat we can pick is rabbit, I guess, and that's like the worst meat possible to pick to feed someone who hasn't eaten in like days because you have to get like 7,000 fucking rabbits for your big fucking pot of curry.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that kill, and Martial had to go through hell to get them.
Yeah.
Wah!
That chapter was fucked up.
That chapter
It was
bad. Well, bad
Martial
in
necromancy moments.
yeah, terrifying
Fucking-
necromancy moments.
My biggest fear is everybody around me dying. I'm gonna let's wipe your whole party and make you have to puppet their corpses.
Martial going through it.
She really went the fuck through it, and she's still going through it. Isn't she like currently kidnapped by the lion? Oh, quote unquote kidnapped? Question mark by the lion.
She's kinda, yeah. She's
desperate
having
to
a
see-
time.
Oh, God. I'm so desperate to see who Dungeon Meshi ends.
Yeah. The
There's very few things where I'm like, I think the last thing, oh, I don't know, it's different. For the end of Demon Slayer, I was really like, but for Dungeon Meshi, I'm just like, I need to know.
Uh-huh.
I want to know.
Miss QA, please tell me. Miss QA.
I mean, I imagine the end of the manga will be them, like, defeating the dungeon for good. But I'm also at the same time, like,
I'm not 100%
it could get a
sure.
bad end.
Yeah.
It could get a bad end. I always do this whenever I'm like, but it could get a bad end, though.
It could.
Because I just, like, I don't know. This is why I liked Virtue's Last Reward. I'm not going to get into it. But this is why I liked Virtue's Last Reward, because I've always been, like, wanting someone to do a bad end for real and be like, I'm done. And that's what Virtue's Last Reward was.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. No, I'm
Mushroom unidentified.
I'm still
25.
back on head shopping rabbit curry.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with the ingredients listed being mushrooms unidentified 25.
God, that curry, there was so much ingredients.
So much ingredients. But
It was such indulgence.
How many rabbits did they end up getting?
I have
Maybe if we all
20 rabbits.
Maybe if we all had a big plate of curry, we'd calm down.
I should make some curry. I have curry block.
it.
I just need to get like some carrots and potatoes.
Yeah. 20 rabbits.
I wish I could bring myself to use the funny curry blocks because that's what they got at Kroger. But I'm like, I don't want to get the vegetables.
The funny curry blocks are quite possibly my favorite thing that exists. They've changed my life. You want to have
I just
curry?
have to make the roux.
You want?
I just have to make the roux from scratch. I guess I could get... I'd have to get to the market to get curry block.
Sorry, I'm on Kuro's page because I've just had him open because
I want to read the ingredients for funny curry because it's like so much fucking food they used.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So it's 20 rabbits, 20 each of onion, potato, and carrot, 5 garlics. That's not enough garlic. Come on.
That is not
skipping.
enough garlic.
You're skipping. That's how much garlic I put on stuff normally.
5 heads of garlic?
Oh, maybe 5 heads. Okay, 5 heads of garlic is correct. If it's just 5 pieces of garlic, though, that's not enough. 25 unidentified mushrooms, spices to taste, so I don't know, a cup of each probably. Oil and butter to taste, 6 changelings for making rice. I don't know.
Heat sources.
Heat sources. They were hot?
I think so.
Oh, okay. And 4,000 grams of rice.
Oh, maybe.
Wait, no.
Maybe they just had different grains and they used
Oh,
the
yeah,
change
they had
change
to-
them into
Yeah,
rice.
Rice
they
for making rice.
them.
Right. Okay, we can talk about Cabra now.
Yeah, we can talk about Capri.
Actually, wait.
Yeah?
I remembered that time that they made dumplings with the changeling mushrooms and they just kept
Yes!
turning into different kinds of dumplings.
Oh, it's
It
my
was
favorite.
So like everybody has a dumpling.
I love it. I love think about every culture has their dumpling.
Every culture has
Every
their
culture
dumpling.
has their grain or what or starch or
Yeah.
carb filled with meat and or cheese and or sweet thing. My beloved.
I love the universality of dumplings.
It's so good. Also,
So, yeah,
I
so-
knocked my phone down.
That's fine. We can talk about Kabru, but I just briefly want to read Kuro's one trivia piece, which is the way Kuro expresses affirmation in the Japanese version is on instead of the usual un. This is also the Japanese onomatopoeia for a big dog's bark.
Oh, cute.
So he goes on instead of mm-mm. Very
Cute.
Cute!
I like that a lot.
He have big boy bark.
Love that. That's cute.
All right,
I'm a fan.
now let's talk
I do love
about...
Kuro, but there is this weird dynamic between him and his handler.
Kuro is weird because Kuro is a sentient thing, but also a dog. It's very
Yeah.
it's very much a like Pluto and Goofy situation.
Yeah, and I don't know if we've seen other kobolds. I don't know if that's how they all are, if Kuro's just particularly dog-like.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
Because the
think
only
we've
things
seen
we
any
saw
other
were from
kobolds.
changelings. So
Yeah. Anyway, Cabru.
Yeah,
Capri.
it's fucking Kabru time.
Mill balls.
Yeah, he is fantastic.
Wait, I never realized he has, like, armored knees and shins and then just, like, normal boots.
Yeah. His armor's kind of insane.
It's very pittance.
I like the armor design in it because it's like very practical, but it also feels very
Yeah.
much thrown together. Like these are the things
Yeah.
we had, we have to wear them now.
I got these off of Dead Guys.
Yeah, it's very...
Well, Sloss has, like, a nice full set of armor.
Kabru's armor feels very thrifted.
Yeah. He is also, I think he's more like, it seems that Laos is less, I don't know, like Kabru is more of a dexterity guy than Laos is, because Kabru's like, I don't know what to say other, does he have a occupation adventurer? Okay, thanks. It feels he's a little like assassin aspected, if that makes sense. Or I guess more rogue aspected is more the D&D thing.
He feels a little bit
Yeah.
more rogue aspected, yes.
Yeah. God, he's only 22.
He's very young.
His
I'm
favorite
older
food
than
is
him now.
His favorite food is tomatoes.
Yes. Correct.
A smart man.
His least favorite foods are anything made from monsters, as well as elven style cakes.
Get fucked?
Yeah, get fucked. But yeah, he's the leader of another adventuring party, and he's a boy boss, and I love him.
Yeah, he's also got like a lot of shit going on in the background. He's one of those types
God,
of
yeah.
characters that feels like
Why does he have a canon BMI?
I don't know. He feels like one of those kinds of characters that the author wants to write more about, but just doesn't
Yeah.
fit the time in, and that's why there was a huge arc with him just taking care of the canary leader.
Yeah. God, Mithrin.
Like his personality Kabaru is a driven and analytical young man with a strong sense of justice. He is generally playful and supportive of his party members. With everyone else, he adopts a humble and disarming persona. He keeps tabs on other adventurers as a hobby, so he can recall many people's actions and motivations on the island with startling detail. Despite his friendly demeanor, he is deeply cynical and is particularly unforgiving of people he believes are responsible for corruption on the island, such as corpse retrievers and the governor. He distrusts people who have political power to use it responsibly. That sentence was fuckered, but yeah, like, he's this, like, deeply cynical, you know, guy. He's just so interesting.
Yeah. Because, like, I don't know, you get the... I feel like Dungeon Meshi at first gives the impression of like, oh, haha, so goofy, so quirky, and then the other party comes in and it's like, oh.
This is fucked, actually.
It's all fucked here. Yeah, because his backstory is that like his whole village got overrun by a dungeon, I think, and then the elves just came in and cleaned it up and was like, all right,
done.
bye.
Bye. And he was like the only one left.
Yeah, he's like the only survivor. Who the fuck is home? Oh, that one! I didn't know you had a name.
I feel like half of Kabaru's party is like, you bitches got names?
Yeah, their gnome healer.
Yeah.
Did not know you had a name.
They all have names, but I don't remember any of them.
Yeah. Isn't Mikbel... are you Kuro's handler? Yeah. Wait, this is a guy?
Unclear. Uses boku as a pronoun.
Oh,
Okay.
okay. Yeah, I totally thought Mikbel was a girl. And then I saw the wiki using himself, and I was like, sorry? Fuck yeah, let's gender. Are you an elf? No, you're a half.
You're a halfling.
Halfling.
Yep.
Okay.
Half-foot halfling hobbit.
Yeah.
Even
Yeah.
better.
Their name is Miku.
Milsril. Oh, Kaburu's ma? Who are you?
Adoptive mother.
Yeah, I don't remember. Oh, this character. Yeah, that got revealed once they got into Thistle's house, I think. Yeah, because wasn't there a whole thing about Cabra being adopted by elves or something?
Yeah, because...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because when the canaries come to go unfucker, the dungeon by Kabaru's house, he was, like, the only one alive, and...
They had to do something with them.
I guess you're mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine now.
Oh, yeah, and he just got babied, yeah, because this is quote, elves will never be able to truly understand short-lived races. Yeah, because the thing in Dungeon Meshi is the elves are all, like, super patronizing and, like, don't respect or even pay attention to the shorter-lived races. They're like, we know better than you, we live longer than you. It's like, ah!
Yeah.
Yeah, there's, like, so much, like, it's Dungeon Meshi is such a funny manga because it's like, okay, we have our party and they're eating funny foods and they're fighting funny monsters, and then you get 1 second away from them and it's like the world is in a fraught state of political disarray.
Yeah.
And there are forces beyond the party's comprehension and, you know, whatever. It's so funny to me.
Yeah, and the writing of it doesn't even particularly feel like that trope of, like, I don't know if it's a trope, but it does happen often. It was like, we didn't know this, and then suddenly they get embroiled in it, and now they're suddenly, like, masters of that topic. Does that make sense? I feel like that's something that happens a lot, especially in D&D and fantasy, where it's like,
they just
we didn't know there was this deep political drama. Let's get deep into it now. Whereas it feels more realistic with the party where they're like, well, we don't give a fuck. We're doing our thing.
We're doing our thing.
Yeah.
We're just trying to fucking live here, dude.
We're just trying to resurrect a girl. We're trying to cut her bottom off so we can take her to the surface and get her human legs again. We don't care about your political drama.
Yeah,
Fuck off.
I think a lot of fantasy things sort of, they just stumble dick first into, like, solving all the political problems. But
Yeah.
it's so much more accurate that they're just like, okay, well,
Yeah. I mean, they will
fun.
ultimately help solve it, but it's very, like, that's not what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
Thank you for wording that better than I did.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, God, that whole chapter where where Cabra just had to babysit Mithrin.
Yeah. I think that's honestly my
'Cause
favorite
Mithrin has
chapter.
No senses anymore, not as in brain, but as in just, like, fucking touch, taste, feel, anything, nothing.
Yeah, so Mithrin,
God.
do we want to talk about him? Because we're kind of running out of time.
I would like to talk about Mithrin. We are running against the clock.
Let's get into it. We have a minute left. Let's talk about him, and then we'll be done.
Yeah. I don't know if there's anything else.
Yeah.
Because Dungeon Meshi is kind of just a thing to gush about.
There's a lot of, like, very cool, like world building stuff that we could
If
spend hours
we
and hours
reminded
talking
ourselves
about
all the world building, we could talk about the world building.
Yeah, but let's just stick with Mithron and then be done for today.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he's real fuckered, huh?
He's real fucker. Yeah, our good friend Mithram here is the leader of the band of elves. I tried to call them fairies. Elves we've been talking about for a
No.
while.
No.
He's the leader of the Canaries, which is like elite elf battle squad that kind of clean up nonsense, and so they've gotten into the dungeon for the purposes of making sure that Laos doesn't destroy shit.
Yeah.
And Mithram, as the leader, is incredibly befuckled
Yeah.
because, as was alluded to before, he has no like physical senses left.
Yeah, I don't know if he has a sense of taste, or I know that he has. So the thing with Mithrin is that he used to be the lord of a dungeon.
More or less,
And
yeah.
the thing with the dungeon is that they have a demon in them, and they just take all your desires, which means that it took like his desire to eat, his desire to sleep, anything else like that. Like he is basically just a corpse man
Yeah.
with one
Yeah.
goal, which is defeat dungeons and kill them forever.
Yeah, and he has fucked up sunken corpse eyes.
Yeah. I do like that he has a unique sense of direction, probably both because of his teleportation magic, because that's what he has, and also because he was, quote unquote, the lord of a dungeon, so he just, like, knows dungeons and the way they're all fuckered. I love it. Yeah, and there was
Yeah.
also, like, God, the chapter was, like, I don't want to say, I don't know, it was, like, kind of horrifying.
It was definitely just describing something physically traumatizing that happened to this person, and it did it very viscerally.
Yeah, it was very. I think that
Assault
Mithrin-
aspected.
Yeah, I would say like assault is maybe a better way to put.
Yeah.
Better.
My brain
I'm
has
putting-
fallen out. I'm
I'm
sorry for
putting-
invoking the word.
It's fine, but no, like he definitely got fuckered.
Yeah.
Like there's a picture of him before he had all of his fucking desires sucked out of him, and it's like.
And he also got an eye pushed in.
Yeah.
He's like a fucked up. He's like a prosthetic eye now, and
Is it prosthetic? I thought it was just that it's like doesn't work.
It's prosthetic, but it also doesn't work.
Oh, okay. Okay.
so yes.
Both.
Oh, that's right. And like the tips of his ears are cut off.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah, like all of the
Yeah,
Canaries
so
have like
he-
notches in their ears because
Right.
of crimes they have committed.
Right.
But like his arms are, or his ears are like fully
Gone.
Yeah, they're gone.
Yeah, like
Oh, he doesn't have an image gallery.
snipped down. So yeah, he like. I think he really represents this like other aspect of Dungeon Meshi that is like deeply horrifying.
Yeah.
Right.
And that it's like that contrasted with like funny dwarf cook a meal is what makes this manga the greatest manga of all time.
Makes my brain spin around. Yeah, because like the thing with the it's like the demons in the dungeon are kind of like eldritch.
Very much so.
Yeah.
Scary, horrifying.
I think they're very cosmic. in
Yeah, they're very
scope.
cosmic horror. Because like we saw one. I don't know if it was a theoretical one or one that existed in the past of like one just like this like horrible goat beast that's like bigger than time itself. It's like, oh my fucking god.
Yeah, and now we have to worry because Marcelli
About
has
that. Yeah, she's the lord of the dungeon now. I really wonder if
Whoops.
Laos will take it from her.
I don't know.
I don't want Laos to be the lord of the dungeon, but I do want to see Dungeon Lord Laos.
I don't want it, but I also want it, you know.
I don't want it, but I want it.
It's kind of like with fucking Demon Slayer when we were like, haha, what if fucking haha Demon Tanjiro, and then we got it and it was like, no!
I was like, wait, I take it back.
I take it back. But yeah, no. To wrap this up, basically, Dungeon Meshi is the greatest manga of all time, and you all should read it. I'm sending my mind control beams through the sound waves, and I'm forcing you to read Dungeon Meshi.
Wait, I want to let you talk about Dungeon Dragon because you do want to play a Dun Meshi game, and if you want to gush, I want to give you your time to do that before we stop.
Yeah. So the thing about like,
Your unique perspective of Dungeon Meshi as a DM.
I think, first of all, I've said, Dungeon Meshi is so like baby's first party. I love it. And I think
It feels like a campaign.
It very much feels like a campaign, particularly between the way it swaps between like deep cosmic
Funny
horror
bullshit.
and funny bullshit. Like how many times have they gotten fucked up by changelings? 2 or 3 times now.
Yeah.
Where they just will like, ooh, funny swap races.
Slapstick.
Like it's so goofy, and I love the very unique take that Ryoko Kui has on what we think of as these very like tired fantasy tropes. Like I know we said like the elves are kind of, but even still, like they're better than D&D elves because like
and like we didn't even talk about the other like creatures that exist in Dungeon Meshi. Like the all of the orcs are like big boars and pigs, which I really love.
and they're like fuzzy.
They're fuzzy, and they've got baby stripes.
Yeah, and like even they feel like boar, tapir, that type thing. And like even before earlier in the manga, they actually showed up and they looked more like typical orcs. But then in there's like a sketchbook collection called Daydreams. In a daydream, Rikuki was like, actually these are boring, so I redesigned them. And I'm like, yes. I really think that if authors stopped feeling like they had to stick to their own rules and realized, I actually don't like this, I want to redo it, they could just do it. They can just do it and no one will say anything about it, really. You can just make your orcs pigs now and no one will say anything, really. Other than me, who's saying I love it.
Yeah, and like honestly, you just have to be like, I changed it. Fuck off.
Yeah, it's like,
now.
I changed my mind. Oops, I've been drawing a manga for like 5 years or something. I don't know how long Dungeon Meshi has been running. Hang on.
Quite long.
Dungeon Meshi. I feel like I've always heard of it, and I didn't read it until recently. Like last year, I think.
Yeah. 2014
to present. So yeah, that's like 8 years? 7 years? 8 years?
Yeah,
that's a long time. That's enough time to change your mind about the way something should look.
Right, and I absolutely respect her for doing that. Just saying, like, I want to do it better now. And then she did the thing.
They're cute. I love them.
And I feel like also my unique perspective as a DM is like I definitely think what you should do with Dungeons and Dragons is do what Ryoko Kui did and just be like, my city now.
Yeah. Fuck the rulebook. It's shit.
I'm grabbing you by the shoulders now, all of you, and I'm looking directly into your eyes. I want you to stop going to the game store and purchasing books from Wizards of the Coast. I want you to sit down and I want you to use your brain and I want you to think about cool things for your world and then make them and then play a game in them.
And even if you can't think of things, there's a bajillion homebrew. You can also pirate the official books. You don't have to give Wizards of the Coast money.
Yeah, there are ways to avoid giving Wizards of the Coast money. But, like, at this point, buy shit on DM's Guild, buy shit on itch.io.
There's so much on itch.
There's so much on itch.
There's so many modules.
I'm speaking directly to you now. Break out of the molds that Wizards of the Coast has set for you, because you will have more fun.
Yeah, because playing rulebook Dungeons & Dragons is actually miserable.
It sucks.
Who the fuck cares about weight limit? Die.
Not any GM I've ever played under.
No. If you care about weight limit, I know I'm not going to have fun.
Yeah. But yeah, basically, my take on this as a DM is break your fucking chains, free your mind, free your soul, free your body, free your heart, and have fun. Go fucker this game. That's the whole reason Pathfinder exists, is because Wizards of the Coast were like, hey, here's 3.5, fucker this game, and Paizo went, we sure will, and made a whole funny game out of it. So, like, it's free real estate.
It's free real
and I don't know
estate.
that enough people realize that. Rules
Yeah,
is
I
written
think a lot
is
of people do, but not
bullshit.
many people are like, you can do whatever you want.
You can do whatever you want on here.
yeah.
I feel like a lot of people are afraid to break the rules in D&D. And even you, whenever you're like, oh, I don't know how to do this, my approach is extremely just do it.
Yeah. I mean, I like to make things like be codified and have like
Well, even then, I feel like we have a different approach to mechanics where you're like, oh, I have to think deeply about it. And I'm just like, I say it's this way, which means that's the mechanic.
and that is valid. We're both valid.
We are both valid.
To overly simplify things, like, you're the Griffin McElroy DM of our friend group for sure. And I'm the probably closer to, not that I would ever claim to be anywhere as poggers as Brandley Mulligan, but like he knows how to bend Dungeons and Dragons to his will in a way that I find incredible. I'm only a little good at that. So like I'm like he's like, you are like a baby, watch this. And I'm like, I am like a baby, and I am watching, and I am paying attention, and I want to know how you are able to manipulate this game. But like,
God, I need to DM again.
I want you to do it.
I was not a good DM. I was like, I need to world build.
All right, I'm bashing
Yeah.
our timer. I'm bashing our timer.
We are mashing our timer. Sorry, it was about to be a free talk.
It was about to be a free talk.
No, my final message. Change the world. Also, don't be afraid to DM. It's not that scary. If your friends like you.
It's not that scary. You just have to not get hyper focused on one specific thing and then not DM because you're like, I need to world build instead.
Mm-hmm. Like, I think a lot of people are like, oh, it's scary.
It's not that scary.
Honestly, also, like a bajillion million people have made like pre-written adventures, and that's a great way to dip your toes into it.
Yeah, or even play a one-off.
Yeah.
All right, we've changed entirely from Dungeon Meshi.
No, it's similar. It's dungeon.
Thank you.
Dungeon.
Hey, there's a dragon in Dungeon Meshi, and they're in dungeons, so I won't hear it.
Well, thank you, Rikokoi,
yes.
for letting us play in your space.
Oh,
Yes.
I love it. I love it there so much. I love it. I love it.
I love your space, ma'am. Thank you so much for everything you've done for me.
my beloved.
But yeah.
You can find us on Twitter at WikiBoys and you can find me on Twitter. Fuck.
Take a second
I
pass.
speak too fast. You can find us on Twitter at WikiBoys. You can find me on Twitter at Tobang.
You can find me on Twitter at Alex the Mostly Okay.
And you can find me on Twitter at Nerd of Goodness.
Keep crawling.
Keep crawling. Keep on.
Keep
Dungeon.
crawling. Eat your fruits and veggies.
Eat your first. Senshi wants you to have a balanced meal.
Please. He's begging.
He's
going
begging.
to cry.
You're making him cry. Eat
Look
a
what you've
fruit.
done.
All right, I'm going to stop the episode now.
The music used in this episode is Quirky Dog by Kevin MacLeod, found at Incomptech.com and used under the